is Lady B here, and I want to say welcome back to my channel. Thank you for joining me on today. Today I just wanted to talk to you all. I know I've supposed to have been posting Vlogmas videos and everything, but this last week and a half has been really rough. I had gotten strep throat. I had found out my license was suspended. I had to take care of that. I found out that it was some issues going on with the cars and the truck, and we had to take care of that. Also dealing with Chloe and school and trying to get her, up to par. It's just been a really long week, added on to depression and anxiety and all that stuff. So today, I just really wanted to talk to you all because I just had a session with my therapist. So I was talking to my mom and let's start off with this. I first deal with seasonal depression. I cannot stand the holidays. Of course, I manage. I do what's best for the kids and everything. But it's really hard, especially when you lose a lot of people around the holiday season. Like I lost my aunt that raised me right after Thanksgiving of 2016. I lost my great grandmother 5 days before Christmas in 2014. I lost my granddad right after Christmas of 2014. Lost my brother in July of 2016 and stuff like that. So I just have had quite a few experiences that just aren't as becoming when the seasons and the holidays come up. So, I have to figure out who I'm spending the holidays with, and all that is really stressful and tiring. And then to have a big family, because now I'm married, is even harder to split time up with everybody. Excuse me, I'm tired. But yeah, so I deal with that. I wanted to talk about a therapy session I had today, which was around my kids and everything. I was telling my therapist that I had just talked to my mom and my sister, and they were, going over how I respond to the kids and everything. So I was like, tell me what it's like, but yeah. So I was talking to my mom and my sister, and they was telling me how I respond to the kids. So they was telling me how, I go from 0 to 1,000 with Chloe. And I've noticed that, which was one reason why I started going to therapy after I had JJ, because I realized how much I was snapping on Chloe. And it wasn't like I wanted to. It's just that was my response. Like, she could breathe wrong, and I'd be like, what is wrong with you? Why are you breathing like that? Da da da. So, I was telling my therapist today what me and my sister were talking about, and my mom were talking about, and I was letting her know that I do desire, a better relationship with my children. I don't want them to feel neglected. I don't want them to feel like I don't love them. I don't want them to feel like I'm mean. Excuse me. I don't want them to feel like I'm mean all the time. I want to have the time to hang with them, play with them, do arts and crafts and stuff with them. But right now, I'm not in the mental or physical place to do that. So I was telling her how when it comes to Chloe, I do it to all of them, but when it comes to Chloe, she is a trigger, and I don't know why. It just happens that way. So I asked her, what can I do? Because I do desire to be all that they need me to be, and I desire to be the best mom possible, but I can't be, with the obstacles that I have before me right now. And so she said, well, she made a good point. She said, how you speak to your daughter, would you be able to handle that if your husband spoke to you like that? And I was like, without being able to say anything? No, I wouldn't be able to handle that. Like, no. So she said, that's something you need to think about. She also said that the irritability comes from postpartum. And I was like, but she's 7. And then I had to think about it. I just had a 2-year-old and I just had a 1-year-old. So I'm still dealing with postpartum depression on top of everything else. So I was like, okay. And I'm not saying okay like it's okay. I'm saying okay as in, okay, I hear you. I'm trying to make sense of everything. I'm trying to process everything. So, okay. And she was like, well, your daughter is like your punching bag. What? Like, not disregarding anything she's saying. I'm processing. I'm like, what? Like, my daughter's not my punching bag. I don't treat her like my punching bag. But in reality, I do. Because, like she pointed out, that I come at her the way I come at her because she's the most vulnerable. I don't do it to my husband because I don't know how he's going to react. And because he's an adult and he's older, he can react however he want to react, and I have no control over it. But as a child, you can't react every kind of way, any kind of way you want, because then your parent disciplines you. So she said I use her as my punching bag, and that hurt because I never would inflict pain or trauma on anyone intentionally. And I don't want my child to feel like that. I don't want her to feel like she's a punching bag. I don't want her to feel like I get on her and stuff because I can't do it to someone else. So I wanted ways to change it. So the doctor said the therapist, she suggested one activity that I do is take sticky notes or stickers or whatever. And every time I say something, because I'm a visual person, she was like, every time I say something that's mean, that's me flipping off or just not cool, put a sticker on her. Because that sticker is going to represent a bruise. And if I see it, I can then see how much I inflict bruises and pain internally on her, not outwardly, because I don't beat my children and stuff like that. So verbally, mentally, and emotionally, I will see the damage that I'm doing. And although I was having these epiphanies and these revelations and stuff, because when I was talking to my mother and them, I was like, oh, you know what? She probably cannot take the separation as much, or the reason she has a problem with separation is probably because when she was a baby, I showed her so much affection, y'all. I gave her over affection because I wanted her to have what I didn't have. I had affectionate people, but I was still lacking certain affection. And so when I became pregnant with JJ, or after I had JJ, whichever one, wherever it happened, I'm not sure where it happened, but it happened in between that time frame, I became unaffectionate. I stopped showing as much affection, and it wasn't like gradually, it was like immediately. I just stopped showing affection. And so she could be feeling the effects of that, which is why she's always like, Mommy, where you going? Can I come with you? Are you coming back? Blah, blah, blah. Stuff like that. She always asks, are you coming back? Do I have to stay by myself? Stuff like that. And I'm like, I'm coming right back. I'm not going anywhere. I'm running to the car. Stuff like that. That was an epiphany or a revelation to me. And she told me a couple of months ago, hey, Mom, I really miss our daughter mommy-daughter time. You don't spend as much time with me anymore. You don't do arts and crafts with me. You don't play with me. And I mean, as a mother, I'm out here grinding. I'm working hard. I'm doing everything that I can to make sure that my kids are taken care of, to make sure that they living, breathing, eating, all that. I'm making sure they clothed, everything, and making sure they know that they're loved and stuff. And here she is desiring more time and more attention and more affection, because as the doctor pointed out to me, she had to become a big sister and grow up overnight. Like, not only does she have to share me with one sibling, she has to share me with 2 siblings. And that can be frustrating, that can be tiring, that can be emotional for her, because now I've come to a place where I'm like, you're a big girl, you're supposed to understand, you're supposed to do this, you're supposed to do that, you're supposed to help me do this, help me do that. No, like, she hasn't had a chance to process and adjust to the changes. She was the only child for 5 whole years. To have to wake up one day and be a big sister to 2 siblings that's younger than her. So my therapist suggested that I have a talk with her. Just like sit her down and ask her how does she like being a sister, if she likes it, why, if she doesn't, why not, and what things can we do to make this route better, and all this other stuff, just to see where she is mentally and emotionally. So I'm going to do that. And I was like, you know what, let me go buy my child some cookies so we can make some cookies together and, you know, watch a movie together so we can spend time together, so she knows that I love her and I don't mean to push her away. It's just how it's been. So, that's really what I wanted to talk to y'all about my therapy session today. It was really geared towards becoming a better person, becoming a better mom. So yeah, I'm going to have a talk with her today. It's just emotional because I don't want my child to resent me later in life. I don't want her to feel like I didn't love her. I don't want them to feel like I don't need them, like I wish life was better without them. I don't want any of that. Like, I love my children with every being in me, and I desire to be the best mom ever. I desire to play with them. I desire to take them places and enjoy their company. But right now, I'm not in a place where I enjoy it. Like, I'm not in a place where I freely want to play with them and stuff. Like, I'm tired all the time. I'm drained. I deal with all this stuff. I'm doing what I feel like I should be doing to make sure they're staying alive and that they're okay. And with me doing that, that's me on autopilot. So now, you know, I'm not giving them the nurturing, the love and stuff that they desire and that they need to go on with their days. So they're feeling like mommy is rejecting them. And so I work a lot. And then when I get home, I'm fussing a lot. So I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be the mean parent. I don't want to. Like, I'll do what I have to do to make sure that they're taken care of and everything. But if it puts them in jeopardy of feeling neglected, useless and whatever else, I don't want to do that. So I'm taking a moment to reevaluate things, reevaluate my schedule, reevaluate how I talk to them, how I discipline them, and work on making it better. So I said all that to say, if you have any advice, any suggestions that, you know, could help with, you know, just helping my child feel more accepted and more loved and wanted, comment in the comments below. Give me some advice, give me some techniques, some methods that you may use that helps you stay connected with your children and letting them know that no matter what, you love them, that you're there for them. They can come and talk to you about anything, any of that sort. Just comment below and let me know, because I don't need no unsolicited comments and negative stuff. Like, I'm seriously asking if you have any positive feedback, hit me up, let me know, because I desire to become a better mother, become a better person, and I can't do that if I'm closed off, if I'm not open to change. And I'm very open, I'm very welcoming to advice or whatever. And I mean, of course, to each his own, but I want to be able to have some options to choose from to try. So thank you for joining me on today. I hope I didn't have a holly jolly message for you all. I just wanted to talk to you simply about my daily life, what I'm dealing with, what I'm going through. And I know it's somebody else out here that's going through the same thing. And if we can help one another, that's what I'm here for. That's what I'm trying to do. So thank you for listening to me, and I hope you leave me a comment. Love you all. Thank you for your love and support, and I hope you all have